This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012. Coming up on Destructoid, it's our pre-PAX special. We're going to give a rundown of the games we're seeing next weekend, so stay tuned. Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max SKYRIM.
Happy Thursday, which is something that I don't get to say very often on this show.
This is so weird.
Yeah, I know.
Thursday.
If you guys are watching this right now, it's our Pre-PAX Episode Spectacular. Max and I are probably en route to Seattle right now. I'm probably getting drunk off $12 cocktails, and things are happening. We're going to be there until Monday in Seattle, trying to get the best of the best PAX coverage that we can for those of you unable to attend this year. And we've got a ton of stuff planned out so far, thanks to our valiant and very organized producer, Zach Miner. Give him a round of applause, guys. He's in the studio right now.
He's a
rolling
prince.
his eyes.
He's a prince among wizards.
So here's our game plan thus far. I am set to check out the PlayStation booth with Dale North. We're going to see what's new with the PS Vita. Also going to attend Square Enix's panel to see what mystery game that they announced a couple days ago that they're not telling us what it is yet. I'm going to see it. I'm going to know what it is. And then we're also going to check out more Dead Island that day. Then after that, I'm heading over to the Ubisoft booth to check out Assassin's Creed Revelations with Nick Chester. And a little while after that, we're going to stop by the Valve booth, see what's up with Counter-Strike Go.
Global Offensive.
Global Offensive, Counter-Strike Go.
Sounds cool.
So go.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to be swinging by the BioWare booth to check out Mass Effect 3 and Star Wars The Old Republic. For Mass Effect, I heard a rumor somewhere that I might get to interview Jennifer Hale, the voice of FemShep herself, Commander Shepard, among other many voices.
She is awesome. She complimented me on my dress at the VGAs.
You do have nice dresses.
So
that was a great dress. Also, one of my buddies from high school works for BioWare, so at the very least, I'll get to high-five him, do some bro grabbing. I'm also going to be hitting up the Warner Brothers booth with Nick Chester and seeing Lollipop Chainsaw, Batman Arkham City, and Lord of the Rings War in the North, so that is fun. After that, I'm going to light some candles, strip down totally nude, put on some R&B music, cover my body in scented oils, and prepare to make sweet, sweet love to SKYRIM!
It's funny you should mention that, because that was actually the exact plan that I had for Borderlands 2,
going
which I get to demo on Saturday.
There's no dragons in that game, Tara.
No,
I'm gonna put
there
my
are
hands
dragons,
all over
but there
that
are
game.
borders
We
and
also just got an
lands.
email. There's going to be a SKYRIM food truck, so I'm going to stock up on provisions that will
Provide you
provide mana
sustenance?
and this
Stop talking.
HP.
Okay, so I get to demo Borderlands 2 on Saturday morning. Super excited about that. I also get to check out The Darkness 2. I'm also interviewing developers for both of those games. So if you have any questions, actually, that you'd like me to ask them that are appropriate and don't involve boobs, let me know in the comments. I'm also seeing Fez. If you guys recall, it's that really adorable game that was actually at PAX 2010. I saw it back then as well. We're also going to be checking out the Gunstringer, as well as a few Nintendo games. I got Star Fox 3DS and some other, stuff.
The Kirby.
Of course, none of these things are as important as the panel that Destructoid will be doing on Sunday. We're going to have more info on that after the break. But you wanted to talk about PC gaming for a second,
Yes.
correct?
Now, if you guys pay attention to the PC peripheral market, you might be familiar with a little company called Razer, who make very high-end mice and keyboards and have a cool, three-headed snake logo. A few days ago, they started making a big fuss about PC gaming, and they bought this domain that was PCGamingIsNotDead.com, where they have this graphic of a silly old, DOS grandpa computer, and then it starts talking at you in a British robot voice about how PC gaming is very much not dead. And then they took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal, which cannot be cheap, and had it filled with an open letter to Wii, PlayStation, and 360. The letter basically made PC gamers sound like a special interest group that was tired of being silenced, and it reiterated the fact that PC gaming is not dead. Now, apparently, Razer's CEO Min Liang Tan is going to be announcing something really big at their panel at PAX, so if I had to guess, it would be something official about the Razer Switchblade portable gaming thingamajig. Now, I don't know if you guys recall, but this was shown off at CES back in January, and it seemed like one of those concepts that was way too good to be true, like jetpacks or flying cars. Now, those two things, they stayed concepts because they don't really work, and I imagine a lot of you guys are saying, yeah, that looks like it won't work either. But for the love of God, look at it. It's a palm-top gaming PC.
It looks pretty badass.
Yeah, I don't know how it would work for shooters, but they've shown off some RTS
for stuff like WoW, I'm sure it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the things they demoed. And I mean, let's face it, people who play WoW want to play WoW while they're taking a shit.
That's true.
Yeah,
Been
you
there.
would know from
Been there,
experience.
done that.
Anyway, Razer might just be announcing a new mouse or something, but we're gonna have to wait until Friday to find out. There's a countdown timer on the PCGamingIsNotDead.com, but I want to know what it is because there's really no better hype than curiosity.
It's true.
Now, on that note, let's thank our sponsor, and we will be back with a super exciting segment that I can't quite tell you about. So we are going to PAX this year because of the good folks at Wizards of the Coast who were nice enough to sponsor our coverage, so please pay attention to them. Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalker 2012 is available now on Xbox Live Arcade, Steam, and the PlayStation Network. Duels 2012 has intuitive controls and helpful tips built right into the game, so whether you've never played Magic or you're a longtime hardcore fan, this is a perfect way to jump right into Magic the Gathering. This year's versions of Duels of the Planeswalkers includes improved deck editing, enhanced co-op modes, and a new multiplayer game mode called Arch Enemy. It's also got new Planeswalkers opponents, new decks, and puzzle challenges. Once again, this is available now on Steam, XBLA, and the PSN store. And if you don't know if you want to buy it yet, there is a trial demo which you can download right now for free.
Actually, can't recommend this game enough. I checked out the tutorial version of it, which is awesome for beginners. I had no idea how to play Magic the Gathering beforehand. And now I'm a seasoned expert who can kick anyone's ass at Magic. Just don't ask me to prove that for unrelated reasons. Back to the news. So, news outlets have a tendency to focus on covering kind of the more fun aspects of PAX, stuff like the ridiculous cosplay or the booth babes, which are actually pretty tame in comparison to what you might see at a place like Comic-Con. But nonetheless, most of the interesting stuff, in my opinion, goes on behind closed doors. And I am talking, of course, about the panels.
Oh.
Kicking off on, not expecting that, were you?
Are you talking about something else?
Oh. Kicking off on Friday at 10:30 a.m. with the PAX Prime keynote is going to be David Jaffe, which, if you've ever seen him speak, should prove to be a pretty hilarious talk, regardless of whether or not you actually like his games. Also on Friday, they've got a SKYRIM demo at 2 p.m., which I'm sure will be packed. Later on that evening is Twisted Pixels Variety Hour at 9 p.m. The real exciting stuff, however, is happening on Saturday. Hey Ash, What You Playin' of previous Destructoid fame is going to be hosting a panel at 10:30 a.m., which I'm actually really sad that I will not be able to attend, but that's okay because I'm going to sit in a dark room and demo Borderlands 2 and fap furiously to myself. Ahem. Next up at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday in the Unicorn Theater, most importantly, will be the first of Destructoid's 2 panels. We're doing 2 this year. First one's going to be called Destructoid, How to Run Your Own Gaming Website and Win at Life. It's going to be hosted by Destructoid's founder, Nero Gonzalez, otherwise known as El Jefe, and he will be joined by Craig Skistimus? I can never pronounce his last name. He's the founder of Screw Attack. Dan Shu, the co-founder of Bitmob, is going to be there, as well as IGN's publisher, Pierre Schneider. They've got Chris Carter, the editor-in-chief of Gamer Limit. There's going to be a couple other people there as well. It's going to be like a kind of a star-studded cast.
Pretty sure Chris Carter is the creator of the X-Files, but I don't know.
Maybe he's leading a double life or something.
Might be a different one.
They're going to be covering everything from personal economic risk to getting PR companies to work for you. So pop in for that if you want to learn how to write good.
How do I use the words?
I don't know. I really don't. Later on that day at 3 p.m., the creators of the website FatUglyOrSlutty.com, which I think we've talked about on this show before, they're going to be hosting a panel called Fat, Ugly, or Slutty, Exposing Harassment in Online Gaming, which I am sure will be entertaining and informative. I want to
go to that.
I think the creators of that are Fragdolls.
They're Fragdolls, yeah. I want to go to that because I'm fat, ugly, and slutty, so I want to see what they got for me. What now?
Finally, on Sunday, the most important panel of all, Destructoid is going to be hosting Destructoid Live at 12 p.m. noon in the Unicorn Theater. Max here is going to be co-hosting along with Destructoid editors Jim Sterling, Nick Chester, our editor-in-chief, Hamza Aziz, our director of communications, and Nero Gonzalez, our founder. I must say, it's going to be hard to top last year's PAX, especially our panel. You know, watching a obese, pale man shovel cornflakes and strawberry jam into his mouth. You know, it sticks with you a little bit. Sometimes even when you don't want
I don't know
it
if you know what we've got in store for you this year, but I guarantee you it's going to be good. We obviously want to keep some stuff a surprise, but we've challenged some game companies to physical challenges. Jim Sterling has decided to settle his feud with Sega once and for all, and he's going to be having a dance contest with one of their guys. Meanwhile, Hamza and I are going to be competing against the folks from 2K Games by having an eating contest inspired by The Darkness 2, wherein I stand behind Hamza and pretend my arms are tentacles and then force feed him cakes shaped like human hearts.
That sounds Only you have
I'm not making
arms
this
long
up.
enough to pull that off.
Yeah, we're also going to be debating our nominations for Game of the Year, making some Destructoid-related announcements, and probably sticking weird shit to Destructoid editors Conrad and Jordan's faces.
Awesome.
You never
Conrad's
know.
got that mustache.
But
That'll
again, that's
be interesting.
yeah, that was kind of the inspiration. It's that mustache. We want to do something with it. Anyway, that's 12 noon on Sunday in the Unicorn Theater, so please come check it out. We'll have a great time. We'll throw prizes in the audience.
I'm so excited.
But that's about it. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Follow us on Twitter. She's at Tara Longest. I'm at Max Scoville. Together we are at Detoid Show. And we're going to be live streaming shows. They begin at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. At the same time, that's tonight, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And take it easy, guys. We hope to see you at PAX.
Oh, we'll see you at PAX.